Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another movie review, and this time it's for the new horror movie, It. This is a non-spoilers review, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't worry about it. Let's get started. So real quick, It was originally a novel from Stephen King turned into a two-part TV miniseries in the 1990s with a poster that scared the living daylights of my whole generation as we walked through the aisles of Blockbuster. Now we have this remake, and to be honest, this is one of the best horror movie remakes nowadays that I've seen ever. This movie is actually more than just a good horror movie and just a solid movie altogether on so many levels and on so many different levels, surprisingly. It definitely has horrific moments, but it's also very dramatic, very emotional, and also very comedic. I'm really not even sure how they made this balance, but it's really great. This movie cannot be as good as its cast is, so why don't we just start there with It himself? Bill Skarsgård is just amazing as Pennywise the dancing clown, as he terrorizes these children based on their own fears. And I admit I wasn't loving the new look of It, but what Skarsgård was able to do here with his character was just amazing. He gives a performance that was extremely well balanced between horrific and comedic and just straight up disturbing. He is creepy, he is disturbing, but he's also very funny. And sometimes it could come off as cheesy. The cheesiness is balanced really well with a really quick turnover that is just straight demonic and sadistic. And this movie would have not succeeded without that. And just as amazing as Pennywise himself is, are the losers. When I say the losers, I mean the group of kids called The Losers. These kids were amazing. From the minute they came on screen, you became attached to them, and they all performed phenomenally. Finn Wolfhard, as the character Richie, was great. He pretty much stole the show for me. I love him on Stranger Things, and he was just as good in this. And Sophia Lillis as Beverly was also great. Frankly, all of the children were great from beginning to end and drove this story from beginning to end. Moving on to some other positives such as the storyline and the music. For example, the first scene in this movie is probably one of the best scenes in this movie and probably one of the most horrific scenes in a movie that you ever might see. Which is no surprise because it's in the trailer. It's the scene with the boat and the sewer and wow. I did not expect things that I witnessed. The music also does a great job of adding to this element of horror, but also this element of drama. They have many tones throughout the entire film of different music, from somber tones to sad to emotional to straight horrific and eerie. As I said before, this movie goes through many different levels of moments, from funny and comedic and lighthearted elements to straight horrific and disturbing and twisted, and it makes it really enjoyable to watch. On to the negatives. So a few problems I had also kind of tied into some of the positives I had. For example, the children were amazing. I felt that throughout the story there were a couple children that were left out. Their stories started out very strong and I kind of lost them in the middle, and then by the end I didn't feel like I got enough of them. There were some boys that were part of the Losers Club that I wanted to see more of throughout the story, and their story kind of got lost midway. And without spoiling it, I like that it ended off well with those characters, but I just wish I saw more. And I also would have loved to see more backstory on Pennywise. Someone like me who's familiar with the novel, familiar with the miniseries, understands Pennywise and understands things about him, but maybe people who aren't familiar with it might have been left in the dark, and some things might have not been fulfilled for them, I feel. And finally, as much as I love the kids, it was centered completely on the kids, and I wish sometimes I would have seen more from adult figures in this film about the situation and what's going on, and I didn't really get anything from them at all. So overall, with a few minor issues, for me, It floats in at a smooth 8.7 out of 10. I highly recommend you go check it out. If you're afraid of clowns, I highly recommend you don't. Look out for more movie reviews in the future, and until next time, peace.